Hello everybody. I normally stay behind the camera and film my videos at the club, but I wanted to start doing some product reviews as well, and I figured if I was going to do that, I should let everyone see who I am. I am Abram, and I'm going to be doing some product reviews for N-scale trains, maybe sometimes some other things, but it'll mostly be N-scale stuff, as that is what I mostly do. So I'd like to get started doing that with a recent, you could call it a re-release of the Kato Union Pacific City of Los Angeles 11 car passenger set. So let's get started. So here we have the box of the Kato Union Pacific City of Los Angeles 11 car set. This set was originally released several years ago, and Kato has just recently re-released it for 2018. So let's go ahead and open it up. So as you can see here, it comes with some display track, and then the 11 cars are in this sturdy styrofoam packaging. On top of that, there is a plastic cover to help protect them. So each of these cars is specific for this set. Kato has also released some of these, such as the domes and chair cars, in other more recent sets like the Excursion set. So as you can see here, the set includes one bumper, and then it looks like it comes with 8 pieces of this 9-inch track, and it'll fit nicely here in the box. So let's go ahead and start taking them out of the box here. I'll just start with this one. Take this one out on camera so you can see it. You can see the nice cutout there for the car to go into. You can see the car here is very nicely done. The lettering is nice and crisp. The colors are vibrant and sharp. This baggage car is a 6-axle variety. Most of the baggage cars had 6 axles like this, and that was to help with the heavy things that they would carry. So I'll go ahead and pull the rest of these out so you can see them. So now I've got all of the cars out of their packaging. You can see the color on all the cars match each other. But to start here, like I was showing you, we have the baggage car. And then this one is a baggage dormitory car. This would double as the baggage compartment here in the front, and then some crew berthing here for the crew of the train. And you can see on here there's some very fine rivet detailing. There's a little bit of underbody detailing. Just the basic shapes and forms, as you won't really be able to see a lot of extra detailing when it's actually on the track and going around. On the ends of the cars here, we have the Kato diaphragms. They are fixed and they do not move. Next we have 2 chair cars, or coach cars. These two are identical, save for the row number on them. As you can see, they're just as well detailed as the other cars so far. This car is a buffet lounge car. This is a car that had a small kitchen and then a seating area, a lounge seating area for the passengers on the car, where they could stop by and relax and get a snack and maybe even a small meal. Next we have this dome coach car, dome chair car, as was also known. This is another coach class dome car. It afforded the coach class customers with a dome experience. And again, it is well detailed. Next we have the Dome Diner. This is a car, or a class of cars, that was specific to the Union Pacific. They had these cars built specifically for their Dome Diner service. On the interior here there are tables and chairs and a little lounge area, and then up in the dome you're also able to receive meals and snacks and things. And then the front part of the car is the kitchen area. Next we have the first of 3 sleeper cars. This is the Placid Waters. And we have the Omaha. And last we have the Pacific Union. This one seems to have a little more underside detail than the other cars do. This is also a nice, well-detailed car. It's a little different than the others. As you can see, it has the, you might be able to see, it has the corrugations, or fluting as it was called, on the sides there. And lastly we have the Dome Lounge Observation Car. And these cars had the tail end with the windows and the marker lights and the tail light on the back, with lounge and seating areas for the passengers. So now that we've looked at all the cars, as with most Kato cars, they roll very nicely. I'll go ahead and get some track out and my power pack so you can see that the rear of this car, the nameplate and the lights are actually lit on this. So I'll go ahead and go get some track in my power pack. I'll be right back. Alright, I've got my track set up here, and to demonstrate how free-rolling these cars are, I have on the end of my track here a Kato re-railer, and it gives a slight angle when you're putting the cars on the track, and I'll just let it go here. So you can see it's very free-rolling. It was very nice to have no resistance. That helps the engine's pulling power. It's not dragging the cars behind it. The cars are just rolling freely. That usually means you can put more cars together on a consist, and it'll give you longer trains. Now I have this hooked up right now to my Kato DC power pack. When you're using this in DCC, once you put it on the track, the rear lights here will light up and stay lit. Right now I'm going to turn up the voltage on the power pack here so you can see the lights. I will try to move the car here so you can see. Try to zoom in, hopefully it doesn't get too blurry here. Now I'm going to turn up the power so you can watch this as it slowly comes on. As you can see, the brightness will depend on the amount of voltage you're giving your DC power pack. With the DCC system, it'll come on this bright and stay that bright. Let me try to turn off a light or two here so you can see the lights better. So there you have it with some lights turned off. I'll go ahead and turn off all the lights. There'll just be some background lights. So you can see it's pretty bright. Unfortunately it doesn't have a flicker free, but you can see I'm moving it an awful lot to get the flicker. Just going down the track, it's not really going to flicker on you unless you have some really bumpy track sections. So I'm going to go ahead and turn some lights back on here. So as you can see, even with all my lights back on, you can still see the tail light pretty well. And for those of you who don't know, that actually does say, I don't know if you can see it, but it says, there you go, City of Los Angeles on the back there. So these are extremely nice kits. I'll go ahead and open up one of these chair cars here. The way that you take the body off of the chassis is you kind of stick your fingernails in between on the body edges and just gently pull it apart, and then just pull on the truck and it'll come right out. And each of these has an interior, somewhat basic, but you can always paint it and add figures. What is nice about the Kato passenger cars is they all have these little sections. If you can see here, these little holes right here, the Kato makes specific lighting kits for all of their passenger cars, and they include brass strips that you slide in here with a LED light that then fits in here, makes contact with those brass strips, and it lights up the car. This works because Kato has provided power pickup on each of the trucks, and there is a brass strip on each side of the car underneath this floor that picks up power from both ends of the car. And when you slide those other brass strips in, it completes the circuit to the LED light. The LED light kits, the newest versions, come with a clear plastic board that also clips into the roof with a diffuser in it, so that it
diffuses the light across the whole of the passenger car, preventing those bright spots that you sometimes see with other lighting kits. And then once you put this all back together, it'll be lit up and it'll look pretty nice. And it's very easy to do with these Kato kits. One thing I do want to mention, I know for these dome kits, the chair coach domes, you actually have to use 2 lighting modules in there. So keep that in mind when you're buying your lighting kits for your cars. To get it completely illuminated on both sides, you will need 2 of those. And if I remember correctly, you do not use the diffuser in the top, as it's such a small space. Unfortunately, because that's the way it's designed, you don't really get any lighting up here in the dome portion itself. As far as the dome diner and this dome observation car, I haven't had one of these to open up to see if they do that as well using 2 lights. I'll go ahead and open this one right now, the diner, which is the same procedure as the other car. Gently, as you can see, this one just uses 1 light, as most of this end is the kitchen, so you wouldn't really see it as lit up as the dining area. Go ahead and put that back together. You see it just snaps back together. It is held in by clips that are actually in the glass pieces on either side here. Since I'm opening these up, I might as well show you in the dome coach. And when the window pieces fell out. But as you can see on this one, it has the little bracket piece here for the light, and then one on this side as well. And you just slide the brass strips in on both sides to give you the lighting there. These window glass pieces go in a specific way. You'll know if you got it right because it'll sit in nice and flush, and then the floor will snap back in. Let's go ahead and open up the observation car as well, just to see. Be a little more careful that I don't know how the lights are in this one. Okay, so for this car, you see it just has the light bracket on this end. And if you can notice on here, there's actually a little piece here. This bottom piece actually comes off, and I believe Kato makes a circuit board, a DCC board you can put in here that will actually control the rear light with a DCC decoder. As you can see here, this is part of the lighting. It lights up the whole back area here. I don't know if you can see it, but right in here is the LED. And there is another clear plastic piece. Oops, there's another clear plastic piece here that lights up the tail sign on the back of the car. But as far as the rest of these ones go, they all have, on one end of the car, they will have this bracket where you put in the light kit. I know I kind of rambling here, but I felt it was good to show you what some of these cars look like taken apart. As far as lighting them, I normally light most of my cars. I normally don't light baggage cars because there normally was nobody in there. For sleeper cars, I actually like to take the window pieces out and use some Tamiya tape, the yellow masking tape, and kind of simulate shades and things, and then even I'll take little pieces of the black electrical tape and black out whole windows, just to give you a different variety of a sleeper car. Normally they wouldn't be completely lit up like some of these other cars would be. But that's the review as a whole. I hope you enjoyed this review, and if you get a chance to buy this kit, I highly recommend it. Like I said, this is their second release of this kit. I don't know how the stock is. I see it all over the web on different vendors, so it is still readily available, but if you want it, I would not wait to get it, as you never know how fast it might sell out. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video.